USC faculty and students react to a higher education compact from the White House.
More layoffs at USC, this time the academic advising department at one school.
And students swarm the Village to get a glimpse of a certain cult favorite TV vampire. We'll take you there.
Annenberg TV News is next.
Today, USC President Byung-Soo Kim met with USC faculty to discuss the higher education compact sent to USC and 8 other universities. Hi, I'm Connor Wyckoff.
And I'm Andriana Yatsishin. Reporter Anthony Bottino is here with reaction to the Trump administration's latest move affecting higher education.
In today's meeting, President Kim discussed the so-called compact for academic excellence with USC faculty. Many faculty and students are not happy with the demands and fearful for what it could mean for the future of academic freedom. USC wasn't the only school to receive the letter. It was also sent to 9 schools across the country. Those being the University of Arizona, Brown, Dartmouth, MIT, University of Pennsylvania, University of Texas at Austin, University of Virginia, and Vanderbilt. A UCLA professor talked about how forcing these schools to comply with government demands violates free speech.
The government is demanding that the university impose certain kinds of speech restrictions, and I think the government has no business doing that. I think this is sort of an attempt for the government to try to restrict the expression of certain views at universities, and I think that's a bad precedent for the future. So I think that, again, this is the government is demanding things that under the First Amendment it can't demand, and I think universities should refuse to go along with it.
Here are some of the demands. Ban consideration of race and sex in hiring and admissions, freeze tuition for 5 years, restrict international undergraduate enrollment to 15%, ensure a, quote, vibrant marketplace of ideas on campus. Dozens of USC professors have signed a petition against the compact.
I'm very concerned about the way the Trump administration is putting pressure on universities in ways that will compromise academic freedom and especially our ability as faculty.
We are not only doing great disservice to ourselves, our legacy, present students, future students, and faculty, we are also saying when they came for higher education, we let them.
USC could lose a substantial amount of federal funding. In today's meeting, faculty urged USC to not agree with the terms and to be a leader among the 9 students. Students we talked to agreed.
He, as like president, he shouldn't have power to. He's not the king, right? He shouldn't have power over how universities run.
I don't know, it's kind of frightening to just like put a stop on like freedom of speech, especially within schools when you're like studying things like that. So definitely a little like wary of the future.
President Kim noted that USC did not solicit the letter and is just a draft they were asked to comment on.
All 57 academic advisors at the USC Viterbi School of Engineering have been laid off. Advisors were given 60 days notice last Monday. All 57 can reapply to 44 positions at a lower wage. Viterbi did not notify the students. Many found out today through our digital reporting or on social media.
It was very unprofessional, honestly. I feel like there should have been some type of notification. I got word of it about last week from one of my friends, and it was like, we thought it was a rumor. We thought it wasn't true until what was released this morning.
It's really sad. I remember my academic advisor, she was really helpful. She made a whole 4-year course plan for me, and I didn't expect that at all.
I'm kind of like a little bit nervous and a little bit not sure anything.
This brings the total number of USC layoffs to at least 692. Viterbi professors and advisors declined to comment, citing fears for job security.
And we've got breaking news. As of 4:15 today, the Burbank Airport has no air traffic controllers. That's due to a staffing shortage, according to the FAA. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said during staff shortages, the FAA slows traffic into some airports to ensure smooth operations. The New York Times is reporting that both Newark and Denver airports are experiencing similar shortages. Governor Gavin Newsom blamed the government shutdown for the shortages. And a USC student was hospitalized last week after a hit and run near the Downey Way entrance to campus. The accident occurred on the corner of 36th Place and Vermont Avenue. The student was struck by a car at this intersection near the Downey Way entrance to campus. According to DPS crime logs, this is the 13th hit and run reported in the past 2 months. The DPS assistant, Chief Carlisle, said it's the only one involving a vehicle hitting a pedestrian during that period.
So when we arrive, we call for LAPD, we call for paramedics, and get the students the help that they need. A very scary situation, very frightening. And so we want students to be very aware of their surroundings when they're crossing the street, even if they have the right of way.
The injured student is still in the hospital, but in stable condition. DPS urges students to be extra cautious at intersections.
A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration's efforts to deploy national troops from Texas and California to Portland. The president talked about yesterday that decision.
Portland is burning to the ground. It's insurrectionists all over the place. It's Antifa. And yet the politicians who are petrified. Look, the politicians are afraid for their lives.
The decision to block troops comes after the same court denied Trump's request to deploy Oregon's own National Guard. Trump said the troops were needed because of demonstrations near an ICE building in Portland.
When a federal court makes a ruling and our president or anyone thinks that they can violate that without very good reason, it's really, really troubling. It shows, as with many of the things I believe Trump is doing, it shows a somewhat of a destruction or dismantling of both social order, but also of our institutions.
Some students from Portland reacted to the president's decision to deploy the National Guard.
And to deploy troops from the National Guard to a city you're not even willing to at least go visit and meet with local government or communicate with local government is absurd.
And it was literally the least amount of homeless people I've seen there in a really long time. It was super clean, really green. Like, it was totally fine. This is not what our president is making it seem like.
The Trump administration has also authorized the deployment of the National Guard to Chicago. Illinois filed a lawsuit to block the administration from doing that. There's a hearing on Thursday.
Today marks the first day of the U.S. Supreme Court's new term. Reporter Jose Trejo is here with a look at some of the major cases likely to come before the High Court.
All rise. The court is now in session. The cases before the Supreme Court will have a major impact on the power of the presidency. Last term, the court granted huge legal victories to the Trump administration. Many members of the legal community are concerned about expanding the power of the executive branch. Major cases for this term include the president's authority to impose tariffs, LGBTQ+ rights, conversion therapy, transgender athletes, and birthright citizenship.
There are a lot of cases this term that really stretch the bound of not only the court's legitimacy, but the legitimacy of the government itself. And as much as I want to go, ooh, who knows what'll happen? You know, anything could happen. I mean, I feel like I know, and that's scary.
The court is, as I said at the beginning, ruling for Trump in a really extraordinary fashion. And we need the court to stand up to him given the democratic abuses and this rapid descent into authoritarianism. The court so far has not met its institutional responsibility to do that.
The court has been busy in its first day, rejecting appeals from Ghislaine Maxwell and conservative influencer Laura Loomer. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Midterms are in full swing at USC, which means the library's packed and Red Bull is basically a food group. For some Trojans, the real test is actually asking for help with their mental health. USC Counseling and Mental Health Services promised support from therapy sessions to crisis intervention, but students have voiced their frustrations about accessing these services.
One, do not discount the importance of sleep. Everything's going to feel foggy if you're not getting that basic need met. Same thing with food. And the other thing that I would say is not to expect yourself to be a machine and take stretch breaks, stand up. One of the analogies that I like to give, I'm attached to a thing right now, but one of the analogies that I like to give, when animals are stressed, they'll shake.
Exam stress is not going away, but knowing your options can make a difference. USC has the resources. Students have to be able to access them.
Taylor Swift broke records this weekend with her latest album, but some fans have mixed feelings about the superstar's new songs.
The USC marching band added another collaboration to their lengthy star-studded resume. We'll take you there.
And the Dodgers are in Philly tonight. The latest from the city of brotherly love just ahead. The anticipation is finally over for Swifties. Taylor Swift released her newest album, The Life of a Showgirl, over the weekend. Swift teased the album for weeks, building hype around her new project. The album already broke records in its first 4 days of sales. Taylor's new album totaled 2.7 million sales on the first day of release. Her success is second only to Adele's 25, which totaled 3.4 million copies in its first week.
It was awesome. I thought it was so spectacular. I was like, no, it's not my favorite that she's using these cringy terms, but it is reflective of the time that we're in.
It just didn't live up to the expectation that I had.
Some songs sound like 1989, and I really like that album, so I really like this album. I think it's like one of my favorites.
Time will tell whether or not Taylor will break Adele's record, but from the looks of it, she's not going to fall from the top of the charts anytime soon.
The USC Trojan Marching Band performed live with Grammy-nominated pop band AJR at the Hollywood Bowl this weekend. The Trojan Marching Band put on quite the show, splitting into two parts with half performing on stage and the other half in the audience. The band also played some of AJR's top hits, including Billboard Top 100's I'm Weak.
This performance isn't a one-time thing. The Trojan Marching Band has been all over Los Angeles and the United States performing. The band has gained much recognition recently, having been featured on YouTuber Kai Cenat's live stream and performing alongside Olivia Rodrigo in the music video for her hit single. Band members have been left starstruck after some of these moments.
And so I was performing with the audience, and that was really fun because I got a very interactive experience, just being able to play and have like the people next to me and see like their enjoyment was really fun.
I think most people think that we're just like part of the school and we do like the marching band for football and stuff, but we actually do a lot.
The marching band will travel to Michigan next weekend when SC takes on the Wolverines.
And look at that, the sun is out, it's beautiful, and it truly feels like fall. So Dimitri, should I be whipping out that pumpkin spice latte yet?
I'm not sure about that, Andriana, but thank you. The weather outside is delightful. We're currently looking at 70 degrees and sunny. Nothing to complain about. I think it's time to take out those sunglasses. You'll probably catch me with them on too because, you know, now I'm a TV personality in Los Angeles. Take that, haters back home. Let's get into your weather for the week. Oh, it just changed to 68 today. Looking at the week, we're looking at 78 degrees on Tuesday and then a lot of the same old. But what's unique is on Friday we have clouds for the first time in forever. I'm happy about that, except for the fact that it came right after midterm season. You know, what is that? How convenient, you know? It seems real, like, what is that? Anyway, that's all for today on Weather Worth Watching. I love you for watching today, and I love LA. Here's my friend Judo Canis to give you the latest in sports.
We love you, Dimitri. But talking about sports, the Los Angeles Dodgers stole Game 1 on the road and are looking to do the same in Game 2. USC adjunct professor Rob Parker was honored at his alma mater last weekend with the naming of a new press box. And USC women's soccer has turned it around as of recently. They're on a 3-game win streak and looking to finish Big Ten play out strong.
USG election season has kicked off.
They have a huge game on Thursday, right?
Huge.
Prior to that, he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat.
And a warning tonight about a massive storm heading our way.
We're live here at the Galen Center. What would y'all do if you had $2.5 million?
Music, art, and women empowerment.
And she put her stamp on Big Ten history.
Those are men swimming like fish.
Thanks for watching.
Annenberg TV News. You never miss an episode.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Thanks for watching.
So, live from the Halo is USC Annenberg's take on NPR's Tiny Desk concerts. This is like a platform for USC students and adjunct students just to perform and play their music for an audience.
All right, everybody, welcome back to ATVN Sports. I'm Kyle Loke.
And I'm Judo Canis.
After stealing Game 1 this past Saturday, the Dodgers and the Phillies are back in action tonight at Citizens Bank Park, and we'll have an update for you in a bit. But first, let's talk about what happened in Game 1. I mean, with the help of Mr. Seeds himself, Teoscar Hernandez, we had a go-ahead 3-run home run in the 7th inning to put the Dodgers ahead 5-3 to come out with that win. Ju, what are your thoughts after Game 1?
Yeah, you got to talk about the resilience of this team. You know, they're always going to be boosted up. Oh, they spend this certain amount, or they spend $1 billion, but they still got to perform. And in the biggest moments, they performed. That 7th inning was huge for them. And you like to see that from a Dodgers team with a lot of grit. And, you know, they could have all the all-stars they want, but they still have to perform, and that's what I love seeing so far.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, Ohtani pitched 6 innings. It was really something phenomenal to watch. And Roki Sasaki ended up earning that save. Yeah. It was really an exciting game to see 3 scoreless innings from Ohtani, which was very crucial for that Game 1, especially on the road. So now let's go live to see what's happening in Philly.
Yeah, well, the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers are headed into the 9th inning with the Dodgers having a 4-1 lead. And it's all credit to a big 7th inning where they scored 4 runs. But the guy that we need to talk about, Blake Snell. 9 strikeout guys, only 1 hit, 6 scoreless innings. I mean, this is why you pay these guys the money and they're producing the playoffs. It's a good thing to see.
Most definitely. But one thing that we did see, I mean, the Dodgers aren't the only thing that's making the headlines in Los Angeles. LeBron James made an announcement on his Instagram this morning about his second decision. Now, I don't know exactly what this is,
But Jude, what do you think this second decision is?
Man, LeBron James loves to make these big decisions, and hopefully it's the one that he says he's finally retiring. Look, LeBron, we love you here in Los Angeles. You gave us a championship, but at the end of the day, we need to move forward. We have Luka Doncic. We got that next piece. We have the future. It's okay. Year 23, you can retire on year 23 with the 23 number jersey.
I really don't know what this means. He's wearing the same shirt that he wore when he was, taking his talents to South Beach. He might be retiring, but I've seen this before from other commercials, including Snoop Dogg. He kind of made some false information about what he was going to be doing for the future, but it's going to be exciting to watch. Hopefully it may be what everyone's expecting, but he could just be making another commercial. So I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, talking about another kind of legend in the game, over the weekend, one USC Annenberg adjacent professor, Rob Parker, received an honor most journalists dream of. The longtime sports journalist and analyst spent last weekend at his alma mater, Southern Connecticut State University, to celebrate the new naming of their press box, the Rob Parker Press Box.
It just was like a movie. I know that's what the kids say. It's like a movie. That's what it felt like, because it just didn't feel real. On the hard work that I put in. I know that this didn't happen for no reason, or I didn't put in the work, or I cut the line or anything like that. And I went to that college, Southern Connecticut, because they had a good journalism program that I read about in a magazine. I actually went there with this idea of being a sports writer, and they taught me how to be a sports writer. When I left that school,
Parker's dream was to be first baseman of the New York Mets, but sports writing was his calling. After graduating in the class of '86, Parker began as a newspaper sports columnist for the Detroit Free Press. His coverage and hard-hitting opinions have spanned almost 4 decades in numerous media giants. Now, he is a sports talk host on the Fox Sports radio show The Odd Couple, as well as the analyst on the MLB Network. Parker has done it all in pretty much 39 years while staying authentic to himself with his infamous bold takes. Now and forever, he's enshrined in Southern Connecticut State lore and history. Congratulations, Rob.
After their win against Oregon this past Friday, USC women's soccer is starting to heat up at the right time with only 5 games left to make a run for a Big Ten championship. Oregon started quacking, but USC started serving that duck sauce. The women of Troy battled to the end with the Ducks after sophomore Jaden Anderson scored a goal in the 86th minute to put the Trojans ahead 1-0. The Trojans are now 4-2 in the Big Ten Conference, sitting right behind Washington and UCLA with a 3-game win streak. They've only allowed just 1 goal over their last 3 games, with Anderson scoring 2 goals in their last 3 matches. After silencing the Ducks, the Trojans look to dig a deeper hole for the Gophers as they try to continue their win streak against Minnesota this Thursday, October 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Well, that's all for ATVN Sports. I'm Kyle Loke.
I'm Judo Kanyas. Now we'll kick it over to Connor for the latest happening around the USC Village.
Just ahead, actor Ian Somerhalder was at the USC Village this afternoon. Find out why when we come back.
Students were lined up around the corner in the Village earlier this afternoon to not only get a limited time smoothie, but also to meet a famous actor while they're at it.
The Vampire Diaries star Ian Somerhalder was at Sun Life Organics this afternoon promoting his new smoothie collaboration. His wellness establishment, The Absorption Company, has worked with Sun Life in the past, and this time they're creating a smoothie focused on stress reduction and mood elevation. We even got a chance to talk with the co-founder.
We wanted to do something big with Sun Life, which is why we came out here. And we really also wanted to get with the community, with students, with people who could benefit from, learning about the product and also getting a bunch of free samples of it. And
Meadow also discussed the company's mission to provide their customers with reliable supplements that promote energy and wellness. While students were excited to try the new smoothie, they were even more excited to get the chance to meet Ian.
We saw it in the Instagram and we had been hearing rumors that it was going to be Ian, so we just came here. We were the first ones in line.
When he came at 12:30, everyone just started cutting in line, so it just got so much worse.
Yeah.
He gave us a demonstration about energy and he gave life advice about doing well in college.
Connor, I am so jealous that you got to be there. So many people were like, oh my God, who's even Ian Somerhalder? Why should I even care that he's there? I'm like, were you not a middle schooler in 2016 wondering if Elena's gonna end up with Stefan or Damon?
Oh my gosh, I wish I watched the Vampire Diaries and was much as a fan as you were, Adriana, because when I was in the Village today, there was, oh my God, so many people there. It was just crazy, so much chaos, but
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not go visit?
But also, it's never too late to get into the lores, so.
True, maybe I'm gonna start streaming tonight. Season 1, episode 1, I think I have to.
You'll have to tell me if you want her to be with Stefan or Damon.
Okay, I'll report back tomorrow and then we'll let everyone know next week how it's going.
Yes.
Perfect.
Thank you guys so much for watching Annenberg TV News. From everyone at Annenberg Media, I'm Adriana Yatishin.
And I'm Connor Wyckoff. For more coverage, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.